Is it me, or is this season dragged on a bit longer than normal? It feels like the anime season started a little bit earlier than normal, and is running a little bit longer than it normally would do as well. It might just be my imagination, but if it is, it really is playing tricks with me. I'm still here looking at 4 more new shows, which I've watched in the last week or so, and let you know what I think of them. Let me know what you think of them in the comments, and whether or not I'm wrong about my opinions. If you are a big fan of the first one, let me know what you think of it. I am really interested in what somebody who is a fan of it thinks of it. But regardless, because this is a 2022 autumn anime preview from a different perspective. First up today, we have Legend of Mana: The Teardrop Crystal, an anime adaptation of the famous Legend of Mana game from the PlayStation era. Now, the Mana series has long been a popular Square Enix JRPG, but it's one which I'm not as familiar with myself. See, when I was growing up, I was always part of a Mega Drive household, Sega household, so I never actually had a Super Nintendo to play Secret of Mana on. And even though I had a PlayStation, because I've never really got into Secret of Mana, the PlayStation era Mana games also never really jumped out at me. So I've never actually properly have played one. And because of that, I'm going into Legend of Mana with a different eye to a lot of people who will be going into it. Now, this is very much a nostalgia piece anime. If you are a big fan of a Mana series, you're going to get your major kicks off this one. The same way I did when I was watching the Atelier Sarasa anime in a few episodes back, and of course the Atelier Esco and Logi a few years back. But if you're from the outside looking in, it's going to look very much like a slowly drawn piece focusing on some strange things. I mean, the first episode focuses a lot on random creatures around the household, and I've no idea why or who they are or what they are, but clearly they're important, and clearly that people who like the games will know what they are. Should I care about them? I've absolutely no idea. All I know is his main character has a very effeminate looking main guy, Shiloh, who lives in a village, and suddenly this one person comes around looking for something, scares a bunch of villagers, and they go out trying to find this thing in another place. I'll be honest, the plotline didn't completely lost me. All I know is there's this bizarre twins who look like a cross between dwarves and elves. Now, Legend of Mana really doesn't do anything to pull in new punters. It's very much a one-track, we're going to follow a storyline, and fans of a game will really enjoy it. But we're not interested in helping fans of other stuff, people who don't know the Mana series, get interested. I mean, it's a disappointing thing. I mean, it happens with other anime as well. Probably notice it less with anime which I'm familiar with. But it is a bit of a disappointment. And I wanted to be drawn into the world of Legend of Mana rather than just being dropped into a village with some guy I don't know. And because of that, unless you are a nostalgia creep and you really, really want to watch a Mana series anime, I can't recommend it as an outsider. It did nothing for me. The characters, while they're drawn attractively, they just don't interest me. If you're interested in watching this one, you can find it airing over at Crunchyroll. Next up today, we've got an anime which has one of the longest titles of the season. It's somehow gotten stronger when I've improved my farm-related skills. An anime about a farmer who farms so much, he sort of levels up his farm-related skills, gets them all capped, and because he manages to get lucky, he basically becomes overpowered by improving his farm-related skills. They help improve other skills. No game works like that, but apparently this world does. It's a world which acts very much like an RPG or an MMO. It has status windows, but it does not seem to be like an isekai. It's not an RPG world, it's just characters in a world, and the author has decided to throw in RPG tropes because it's convenient to talk about. That's not to say that everything about farm-related skills is bad, just most of it. The main character is not really given much time to flesh out his personality before we sort of drop the bombshell that is suddenly hugely overpowered. Most of the episode has him going to places, doing things relating to be overpowered, and not wanting to be found out. For example, he kills a dragon with a carrot. He literally just throws a carrot at a dragon. Dragon explodes. No idea why a carrot makes a dragon explode. And he scarpers because he doesn't want to be found out to be the guy who killed a dragon with a carrot. Likewise, he completely destroys a guy trying to kidnap a princess as he enters town. Of course, he doesn't know it's a princess. I mean, he only goes there to trade every single day. How would he know who a princess is? But again, he manages to escape despite her bugging him to join the guard or become a court gardener. Something which you'd think he would quite enjoy. And of course, at the end of the episode, the Demon Lord attacks. Again, trying to impersonate the king and the princess, trying to take over a kingdom. And because his farm's profitability is at stake, the main character, who's known as Al Wayne, I mean, might as well call him Bruce to be honest, manages to save a day, defeat the Demon Lord, again being overpowered. This time he has no way of getting out of it because the king saw him, the princess saw him. He's given a plot of land owned by the crown and decided, yeah, you're in charge of his farm now. So here we are, we got Al Wayne, who is suddenly in charge of a farm in the palace. And he's got overpowered skills because he's got stronger when he improved his farm related skills. There's really not much more to say about that one. It's very much self-explanatory, boring type of anime series. If you've seen any overpowered isekai, it's basically this, just without the isekai elements, which actually somehow makes it worse. Whatever, you can find it airing over at High Dive. Next today, we got an anime which, I'll be honest, I don't really know much about going into it. I mean, it appeals to me because it's cute girls doing cute things immediately. I can tell that just looking at the pictures about it. But we got our main character, Hitori, who is a kid who is very much social recluse. In a word, she's a girl who sits at the back of a class to avoid detention, and whenever anyone comes over to try and speak to her, she pretends she's reading a book so she doesn't have to pay attention or speak to anyone else. Now, she hates herself for it. She doesn't want to be this kind of way. She wants to be popular, she wants to be loved, she wants friends. But she can't help being insanely shy. And she doesn't know what to do about it until, as a kid, she's watching some TV. Her dad comes over, changes the channel to watch some rock stuff, and we introduce a rock band, and the lead singer, the coolest guy there, says, "What made me get over my loser nature and get on my friends and got me well known and got me liked?" So she thinks, yeah, that can be me. I can be a badass rock star who everybody loves and has no problems making friends whatsoever. I just have to become good at the guitar. So, cut 3 years later, she's starting high school, and she's got good at the guitar. She's still woeful at dealing with people. She's put so much effort into learning the guitar, she's never really talked to anyone about it. Most people don't even know she plays a guitar, even though she does actually have a YouTube channel, or whatever their equivalent to YouTube is in this anime. She's got 30,000 subscribers on YouTube, and everybody loves her music, despite the fact she's an anonymous guitar player online, who goes by the alias Guitar Hero. Now she decides, okay, I need to do something, I need to be a bit more proactive. I'm going to start making myself appear like a rocker chick. I'm going to go to school wearing a rock t-shirt, or wearing an eater bag with rock badges on it, or anything like that. But still, no, nobody pays any attention to her. Just like she doesn't exist. Until she tries the ultimate trick of, okay, I'm a guitar player, why don't I just take my guitar with me? Alright, people are sure to talk to me. What? I didn't know you play the guitar. But no, the man goes to school, nobody pays any attention. Except one girl who sees out the corner of the eye, but she's already gone by the time she realises there was a guitar girl there. I imagine that's going to come back later. And so she's crying to herself in a park after school, until someone just runs up to her shouting, "Guitar, guitar, guitar!" and drags her along to be a replacement guitarist in a band. Now our main character, Hitori, doesn't really know what the fuck's going on at this point. She's just been dragged to a club to replace a guitarist who can't do a band performance today. And she's never played with other people before, so she's terrible at it. She has no way of being in sync with other people, and there's no way for her to play on stage because all those people looking at her, she's going to have super stage fright. They manage to get her on stage, they play terribly, and she plays in a box, so she does not get any kind of people looking at her. But she sort of sees a sort of way to improve herself. Which, I mean, she potentially got herself 2 new friends with Nijika, the super hyper pushy friendly girl, and Yo, the very plain-faced, straight-faced jokester. And this again has the same energy as K-On, but not the same flow. It's not about cute girls making a club and drinking tea after school or learning to play the guitar. It's about a girl who's a loser getting friends and getting alive effectively through music. Very similar plots, but different. I don't think Yui would have had any problems at getting friends regardless of guitar. But Hitori, if she didn't do guitar, if she didn't do this, she would have probably got to college and never spoken to anyone. She would have been completely and utterly wrecked. She would have never got into college in the first place because she would have gone to college, gone to the exam hall, saw that many people and just ran. I have no idea what her life would be like, but it would not be very pleasant. Now, BOCCHI Rock is an anime which, again, won't appeal to everyone, but it will definitely appeal to me. It's cute girls doing rock things, and that's actually probably one of my best ideas for an anime, cute girls doing rock things. If you are interested in watching BOCCHI Rock, you can find it everything over at Crunchyroll. Finally today, we got quite possibly one of the only sports anime I'm reviewing this season. A lot of the sports anime which we're airing are either sequels or spin-offs of other shows, or just anime which I've got zero interest in. You might think the same about BLUELOCK, but I decided to watch it anyway because it was on. It made me fulfill my quota, and it was an anime I could watch, so I did. Now, BLUELOCK is a football anime, or soccer anime if you don't know what football is. It's an anime about a Japanese kid wanting to become a professional footballer and wanting to become part of a team helping Japan win the World Cup. He's quite a good player, good team player. Decides to cross the ball instead of taking a shot on goal himself. The person he crosses to misses completely, and the other team do a counter-attack and win the game. But one day when he gets back home and he finds another letter inviting him to a special training ground to seek out the best new footballers in Japan. He goes there, he meets the star player who beat him in the last game, and they all go in and they suddenly find out there's 300 people there, and they've been invited to find the next greatest football striker for Japan. Main coach, Jinpachi Eigo, who is very much the stereotypical Steve Jobs looking character, very long neck, nerdy character with glasses, black polo shirt, you know the type, who's got this great idea to revolutionise the way that Japan finds its next star. Introduces the BLUELOCK school. I say school, it's not really much a school, but it's more of a prison where characters will get eliminated one by one until they find the best striker. Now, you might think this is a tournament anime where friendly competition makes way for becoming the best you can be. No. This is very much a death game type anime. Just instead of a death game, it's being knocked out with footballs and not being able to play for Japan ever again. As what Eiga wants to do, he wants to find the hungriest, most talented, most aggressive possible striker ever to win over fans, to be as selfish as you like, to be the striker. I mean, he has got a point. Some of the best footballers in the world have been dicks who only think about themselves and not about their teammates. I mean, that's not quite unfair. Clearly they do think about teammates, but they're very much selfish players. One of the ones they bring up, I mean, I didn't expect to be able to hear his name in an anime, was Eric Cantona, which I don't really watch football, never really did, but being my age, you can never escape the influence of Eric Cantona on the British game in the 90s. And so our main character, Yuichi, is sent to his BLUELOCK school to see if he can become Japan's Cantona. We'll find out if he can. I'm sure he probably will do, given the fact he's the main character of a sports shonen anime. But this is definitely not a different type of football anime. A lot of football anime are friends working together, teamship, friendship, team play, fair play. No, this is literally kicking balls into people's faces to knock them out of the competition. It's a shonen tournament arc, just the full anime, aggressive, death game, football, in a blue building called BLUELOCK. If you are interested in watching BLUELOCK, this one is also airing over at Crunchyroll. That was Legend of Mana, the Teardrop Crystal. I've somehow gotten stronger when I've improved my farm-related skills, BOCCHI the Rock, and BLUELOCK. 4 animes, 2 long titles, 2 short titles, of varying different qualities. Let me know what you think in the comments, and join me again when I look at 4 more new shows. And be sure to follow me on Twitch as well, where I stream daily. Until then, thanks for watching, bye bye.